Hey cruisers, it's Tuesday night. It is live stream time. It's great to be back. How is everybody doing? Thank you so much to those of you who jumped into the pre-chat. I see a lot of our Patreon members here. You know what to do if you're from our Patreon crew. Type crew in the chat. Tonight we're going to be talking about your cruise questions. First and foremost, always we're going to answer your cruise questions live, and I am going to share a few deals from Amazon with you all today. I have 5 or 6 things that I think are worthy of sharing from the Prime Big Deal Days. I know it's really a handful to say that. Prime Big Deal Days. So we are going to invite you right now to ask those questions. So in all caps, type question if you can. That really super helps me out. And we will answer those questions. And I'll weave in kind of the Amazon stuff as we go. So I see Cheryl asked in the chat, how was Venice? And guess what? I have a video coming out tomorrow to answer that very question. It was very exciting. I'm still jet lagged and feeling a little funky. That just happens, I think, when you travel. I tell you. But boy, did we have a good time. It was very special to be on a ship in that raw stage of construction. For those of you who don't know, I went with Norwegian Cruise Line last week to Venice, Italy, and got to go to the Fincantieri shipyard to see Norwegian Aqua being built. And the big, huge surprise was that I also got to see Norwegian Luna, her sister future ship that was just announced while we were there, sitting over in the tiniest phase of construction in the shipyard as well, and that was surreal. Seeing a ship down at that level was just unbelievable. Alex, how was it meeting Tony? It was great. We had so much fun. We hung out a lot. Everything was fantastic, and I can't believe after all these years we hadn't met, so it was wonderful. Misty Williams said, hey all, question, are you able to wear KT tape in the pools or water shoes? I don't know what KT tape is, but you should be okay to wear water shoes in the pool. Is KT tape like some kind of a sports tape? I don't know about that. I've never seen anybody get kicked out of a pool for anything. So I think you should be okay for anything like that. Maybe certain water slides you can't wear the water shoes on because they have limitations on what you wear, like accessories and stuff like that. Cindy Bridges said, well, go ahead and tell us the correct charger to use on Royal Caribbean. It got confusing. Well, I'll tell you, I watched Matt's live stream last night, and if Matt doesn't know, I don't know. But Matt is still saying that as far as he knows, that the USB hubs are okay to use. And he's also saying that something with like a single plug is probably okay. So the official word on it is that you cannot use I think they call them multi-plugs. Matt used a different word though, and I'm trying to remember what it was. So yeah, kind of tricky. Brett Parnell said, question, any tips for Prima class? Back from Escape a few weeks ago. Next one on Viva in the Southern Caribbean is on. Well, I can tell you, I haven't been on Viva or Prima. But I can tell you that it's a big step up from Escape and that you're going to absolutely love it. I'll have to think about that, Brett, because I haven't sailed on those ships, so I don't want to give you personal information if I haven't been on. Mark Easton said, question, how busy was the main part of Venice to walk around? OMG. Mark, you will see in tomorrow's YouTube video that it was crazy busy. So there's a couple things that were happening. Obviously, it's Venice. It's extremely touristy and impacted and crazy crowded. I don't know why it was still so crowded in September. That was shocking. The second problem was the area around St. Mark's Square completely flooded. So what they had to do is put those platforms up so that you could walk around and get to the less crowded areas of the city, which thankfully we did, but it was absolutely insane in Venice proper. I am so glad that, first of all, that we weren't staying in Venice proper, although someday I would like to stay in Venice and just be in the thick of that mayhem. Maybe nowhere near St. Mark's Square, right? But maybe, something else. Murano and Burano, the other surrounding islands, were beautiful and so much less crowded. And we stayed on the island of Lido, which was also really pretty, but there's not much going on there. Like just the Hotel Excelsior that we stayed at is pretty much the only thing going on there. So Royal Caribbean, just to go back to that, they're saying that they're banning extension cords and multi-plug outlets and power strips. So anything that has multiple plugs on it, multiple outlets, this is no. This is what they do not want to see. They do not want to see this. So, I mean, we think USB hubs are fine, but we just don't know. Amy said, how do you choose the best excursion for the Eastern Caribbean as a first-time cruiser? Amy, I think do lots of research. You know, we can recommend some things here during the live stream. If you can tell us your ports, we could try to give you some good ones there. Maybe you could tell us your ports. I've got a St. Martin video on my YouTube channel. You could search for St. Martin ideas. Oh, there's so many fun things to do there. St. Thomas, everybody's, you know, usually raving about Magens Bay. The more advanced cruisers end up going over to St. John. So, yeah. Melly Mel said, you're going on Wonder of the Seas in 12 days. Daughter started school this year, and we've all been sick with everything. Any suggestions or recommendations on immune system not to be sick? I know it's horrible. Melly Mel. So our sick period last year was we kept getting sick in the springtime, and it was absolutely horrible. It just pounded our system. There isn't a whole lot you could do. If you wanted to try to wear a mask on the airplane to avoid trying to get germs on the way over there, I can tell you I've experienced very sick people on planes lately. That's number one. Number two, the doctors will tell you, doctors and nurses will tell you, keep your hands away from your mouth, face, eyes. It's hard for kids, teens, they just can't do it. A lot of times. I mean, even my 15-year-old son has a hard time keeping his hands out of his mouth. And I'm like, you've got to. But there isn't a whole lot you can do but rest, sleep. I mean, eat really well beforehand. Some people boost their, you know, immune systems beforehand with vitamins and things. I just don't know that that really works. I think sometimes when we're doomed, we're doomed. So, yeah. Wanda said, how do I travel from the Rome airport to the cruise port? So a lot of people will do like a shuttle service. There's a lot of very good shuttle transfers from FCO that you can take. If you just search Rome Airport to Cruise Port and look at some of the different options, you've got a lot of different ways. Some people even take the train in, but you could probably just get a shuttle, or you can take a taxi. Taxis are really expensive. They could run you up to $150, but there's buses that go out there. If it was me, I'd probably just try to find a way to take the train. I'd try to learn the train system and take the train, or do a taxi or a car service. Don McGaffick said, where would you say is a good place to stay pre-cruise near Barcelona? So Barcelona, there's a lot of hotel options there. Luckily for you, you've got a lot of them. One of the most, it depends on when you're going, first of all, but I did do a little research on this. There's a hotel there called the Andante Hotel that gets really good reviews. There's the Hotel Arc La Rambla if you want to stay kind of down in the middle of the action. There's also a Malia hotel there called the Inside by Malia. And there's even like a Hampton Inns there. So think about the hotel chains that you enjoy the most. If I were you, I would go with 4.5 star and above on any kind of a rating system. So if you're looking at something like TripAdvisor, really look for 4.5 and up if you can. And I would avoid hostels probably, but one of the best rated ones is the Andante, followed by the Hotel Arc La Rambla. Great question. Don McGaffick said, you're doing Explorer 2 in the Med. Do I have any heavy Italy videos I can binge watch? Oh, I only have one Italy video so far. I haven't spent a huge amount of time over there, but it's our food tour in Italy. I do have someone that you might want to follow, though, on Instagram. Her name is World Travelista, and she's fantastic. Her name is Jess, and she does a lot of Italy travel. She's not really an influencer. She has a corporate job, and she just travels Italy a lot. So World Travelista. Her name is Jess. Check her out. And also, what is that girl? What's Casey's last name, you guys? Casey Rose. She's a great Italy follow, too, on Instagram. Jennifer McClintock said, I wonder how they expect CPAP users not to use a cord. They have to give you one. They have to give you one. That's how they're going to have to deal with it, Jen. I think that's the only thing. Tam Carp said, does anyone have a favorite travel blanket for a long flight? Ooh, that's a great question. Let me see if I can find one for you on Amazon that's highly rated. I actually never travel with one. I just use the travel blankets that they give you if I'm going to use one. But I see some really good rated ones. There's one here called the Eversnug that gets incredible reviews, and it's $25. It looks pretty good. Was that Tam Carp that asked? Tam Carp, let me tag you in that. I'll put a link in the chat for you. Oh, cool. You guys, Mary Ellen is giving you tips on how to get that train from the Rome airport down to Civitavecchia. She said, take the Trent Italia train, 11 euros, so easy. Now, that's a big cost savings. That is a big cost savings, Mary Ellen. Nicely done, my friend. I'm impressed. But yeah, a lot of people will take the train. It is way cheaper. The problem is you're having to deal with your luggage. So that is a bit tricky. That is a bit tricky. You know, if you have like 3 people traveling with you, you have lots and lots of luggage and you have kids, it could be worth it to just maybe get a car service or a taxi, right? Oh yes, Mary Ellen said Walter's World is a great follow for international travel. He's awesome. He's a professor and he travels, does YouTube on the side. Excellent global travel in Italy too. Thank you for that. Amy Sharp said, question, follow-up ports, St. Martin, Antigua, St. Lucia, Dominica, St. Kitts, St. Thomas, Half Moon Cay. So hard to know when to explore and when to do beach. Okay, Half Moon Cay, I would get a cabana. I would rent a cabana there. St. Martin, I would do the zip lines up at the Rainforest. Canopy Adventure is a blast. It just depends on what's available to you, or go to one of my favorite beaches there is Mullet Bay Beach. I love it. It's less touristy than the flyover beach, right? But they're all the beaches there. You've got to do a beach in St. Martin. St. Thomas, I would do Megan's Bay for your first visit to St. Thomas. And then, yeah, for the others, I haven't been to most of those places. I've been to Antigua, but it rained. Didn't do anything fun there. So we've got, our audience might want to give you a few little tips in there as well. So maybe weigh in, you guys, if you have any Eastern Caribbean tips. Okay, so I promised that I was going to show you guys some great deals on Amazon really quickly. We're just going to do 5 stitched in to the live stream today. So let me show you my first favorite for all my casual wear friends. Oh, you're going to freak out. Oh, can you turn on my monitor when you have time? This t-shirt is so soft, you guys. This is a ladies oversized t-shirt that is on sale on Amazon. I just went ahead and put a link in. I got it in this really pretty cream color. I wore this in Italy. I forget where I wore this. I wore it to the shipyard. And it was so comfortable, so soft, breathable. I knotted it in the front and it is really nice. I would say be careful with this one, you guys, or ladies, because it runs a little big. I sized up to a medium and I wish I would have got a small because it's pretty big, but it's supposed to be an oversized t-shirt. So, because it's oversized, I guess go with whatever you want. The price on this keeps going up and down. Some of the colors are on a lightning deal, okay? So fabulous travel find. And you know me, I hate t-shirts. I love this one. It's beautiful. An influencer influenced me on Instagram and I bought it and I was like, oh, I'm good. I'm glad I did this. All right. Texas to Amsterdam. Vicky, I'm an American Airlines girl, so if you can get yourself on American Airlines to Norway, that's what I would do. You're probably going to have to code share with British Airways or something, but I personally prefer that. I'm not an airfare expert, so maybe talk with a travel agent about it, but if you can do American, it's my preference out of Texas. Hi, Miguel. Oh, great question. Miguel said, hey, Sherry, since you mostly take pics with your phone, will you be upgrading your iPhone 15 Pro? Miguel knows I have this, to the new iPhone 16 Pro Max. The answer is no, not right now. I'm hearing mixed reviews about it. My husband does have it. He does have it. He got it. He got the Pro Max. We're going to see how he likes it. I'm always the one who waits. He buys them, and he said right now it's just meh. Sorry. They made some promises. Those promises haven't come true yet. I just don't know, guys. I don't know if it's worth it. And I usually get a new phone every 18 months to 2 years just based on the way I do phones. My husband buys the new ones in not cash, but he just pays for them. He doesn't like to go on contract. So he buys one pretty much every time it comes out because he's on that phone constantly with video. So good question, Miguel. Thank you for asking. Right now, it's kind of like a meh. We're not so sure. Yeah. Okay. How we doing with questions? Are we all caught up? Yeah? I am going to move to my next product then that I have on sale for you guys. This travel pill set blew up the internet this morning when I posted about it. This is awesome. It is a 4-pack of these pill sets that come with labels that you can put on them. You have to write the labels in. 4 pieces of this thing for $6. $6.97. I think it's $6. The best stocking stuffer in the world. Grab a couple for yourself. Grab a couple for stocking stuffers. This is the best travel gift that I can offer you guys right now. So good. Okay. Next deal, because I want to stay on track with the deals, and I don't have a lot of them tonight, but I have a few. The Tagri headphones are back on sale. Here they come. Putting them in the chat. I'll show them to you too. Don't worry. Okay, these headphones are so good, you guys. Charles and Elizabeth have these. Charles is actually he was my early adopter on these. He gave them a try and said they were wonderful. And for under 30 bucks, these are very high end and they come in fabulous colors. This one is called Sunset Pink. I love it. Oh, you're so welcome, Amy Sharp. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you're going back to the Caribbean. Good. You know what? That sounds fantastic. I love it. Okay, our next two products are kind of partner products. One of them keeps falling off of sale, but it's so good that I have to share it with you guys anyway. But I have a men's Sherpa hoodie and a woman's Sherpa lined flannel that I want to share with you. Here's the men's. On our live stream this morning, I noticed that these do come in plus sizes, but unfortunately the men's plus sizes at the moment are sold out. But the softness meter on this for my boys out there is absolutely crazy good, and I highly recommend it. Mr. Cruise Tips TV lives in this thing come winter. And then for the ladies, I've got this beautiful Sherpa lined flannel looking one. This one, the only thing I don't like about it, I love it, but there is one thing I don't like, and that is that the fleece runs all the way down the sleeve. So you have a pretty bulky look with this, unfortunately. But as we move into fall and winter, OMG, you guys, this shacket is the softest thing I have ever put on my body. It is just delightful. And if you're, by any chance you're going to Alaska late season, this will be your best friend. It is glorious. Oh my gosh, Diane, yes, absolutely. Amy, okay, we got Amy. Diane says, remind me of the packing cubes that you recommend. Diane, there are so many. I have compression packing cubes. I have standard packing cubes. The set that I took on my last cruise, Diane, they're in my suitcase, darn it. I wanted to show them to you. They were a compression packing cube like this. Yes, here they are. I love this set. They're very ultra light and they help you to compress really well. So Diane, let me get you a link for those as well. I want to say these are Begale ultra lights. Let me look them up. They come in really nice big sets. So I'm definitely going to recommend the compression cubes if you're going somewhere where the weather forces you to take cold weather clothing. If not, you might want to just go with a regular set of cubes, but these are beautiful nonetheless. So Diane, I'll tag you in this link in a moment. It's so slow. Okay, there we go. Ooh, D, that sounds like it's going to be really fun. Mary Ellen said, interesting, Mr. Cruise Tips TV. I have an iPhone 11 Pro Max and I want to upgrade. Wonder if I should get the 15 Pro Max. Ooh, so you don't think she should go to the 16, honey? Do you think she should go to the 16? Okay, Mary Ellen, he's going to give me his advice here in just a moment. D, Discovery Princess, that's going to be amazing. Oh my gosh, yeah. Vicky Matu said this shacket would be great for Alaska and Norway. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so then Mary Ellen, Mr. Cruise Tips TV said definitely go for the 16 Pro Max if you're ready. It's just that the difference between the 15 and the 16 isn't that huge, so definitely go for the highest end model. Unless they offer you some screaming deal at the lower level, Mary Ellen. You know, if they do offer you that screaming deal, then that's always something you could take into consideration. You know, if money is a factor and they give you a better deal on it. My last fun little deal that I want to share with you guys, this is a cool one. It's 24 pieces of little travel hangers. If you want to come to our Amazon live stream after this, I have B-roll that I'll show you of these, but they fold down into these little teeny tiny compact situation here, and you can just take these on a cruise, and if you run out of hangers, you've got extras. They're also just terrific for using in your bathroom. If you need to put extra things like wet swimsuits hung up somewhere, you could totally use these. They are great. Yeah, Mary Ellen, check out the pricing for sure. Yeah. I love it. Ah, you are doing great, Vernon. You know what? And I don't think carry-on only for in Alaska is for most people. I think it's too aggressive for most people. And I will tell you, when I have to do it, the only way I can do it is my husband sacrifices himself for me. So what that means, Vernon, is that he underpacks and does laundry and gives me about a quarter of his suitcase, and I use personal item bags to get everything in. It is nearly impossible for me for Alaska. Also because part of my job now is to, and Mr. Christopher TV is gonna laugh at me when I say this. He's gonna be like, shut up, no it's not, is to like take pictures of stuff that I'm wearing. So that is what excuse I use to overpack every time. I'm always like, well, I've got to take a lot of very fashionable things because I want to share them with everybody. So, Bessie going on Carnival Jubilee 13th birthday. How funny what worked out for me? The fashion? What do you mean? Oh, like it just conveniently I've made it part of my livelihood? Well, come on, if you can work your passion. Mr. Christmas is so funny how that worked out for you. Because if you can work your passion into your livelihood, hey, we're doing something right. We're living the dream, as my plumber said to me today. No, electrician, not plumber. I said, how are you? He said, I'm living the dream. And I was like, well, I'm going to start stealing that saying. Because so am I, because I get to buy clothes and share them for a living. Bessie, for Carnival Jubilee, you're going to have so much fun. It's a great ship. Cruise director staff is awesome. And honestly, the cruisers in Texas are a lot of fun from what I hear. I have spent the day on the ship. I haven't cruised on her, but I might be on there soon, maybe. Kind of thinking about trying to book on Jubilee. It's a beautiful ship. You're going to love every element of it. I'm trying to think of what to know with a 13-year-old. Have them go up to the kids club on day one and get registered for the birthday. They're going to have the time of their life. What time of year are you sailing, Bessie? That should be so much fun. Mike, did you get the hangers? That's cool. Yeah, Emily said it is, and we have to see the clothes in action. Emily has been there for some of my my try-on hauls. Yeah, so we do, a lot of times we'll do videos on Amazon Live where I'll go off in the corner and take off a shirt and put on another one, and we'll do a try-on haul. It's really fun. So thank you, Kat. I appreciate you. Mike, how exciting. You're going on MSC Meraviglia. Meraviglia. I love that ship. She's a beauty. We really enjoyed the chocolate shop on there, both for the desserts and the cocktails. Kat likes Meraviglia too. Yeah, they did it right. And I love the seaside, seashore, that whole type of ship, and I love Meraviglia. I think they're wonderful. All right, Bessie, that's going to be good. Nice. David R. going on Carnival Celebration, first time December. What's the weather like? How's the ship? Is Celebration selling out of Miami, David? If so, you are going to be dealing with the perfect weather. Honestly, December is the best, in my opinion, because it could be cool in Florida a little bit. There could be a cold front, but overall it should be very temperate, less humid in the Caribbean than it can be. So I would actually take a light jacket or a sweater for those days in Miami, just in case a cold front comes in. And then for your days down in the Caribbean or Bahamas, you're going to be wearing resort wear. It's going to be warm, so that's going to be fun. And only MSC that has a promenade. Interesting, Kat. He hasn't yet, Elizabeth. We haven't quite gotten to that point where we can slow down and let him choose that one, but he really did. If you guys, I always share our last YouTube video in the comments, and I completely forgot to do that today. But our last video is I challenged my husband to buy stuff on Amazon for travel. And he couldn't, it had to be stuff we didn't own, had to be travel related, but I couldn't veto it. So he had to be like, it had to be just 100% him. And every single person who watched it said they thought that he won the challenge and that he should get to pick our next cruise destination because of just how fantastic he did. So Elizabeth, thank you for reminding me to share that with everybody. That is a very fun video to watch. And he did really well. He did really well. Let me put that video in there too. Okay, excellent. Yeah. Okay. I think we're caught up, guys. We're going to bop over to Amazon Live now and do a quick live stream over there with a bunch of deals. Some of the items that I featured here, I'm going to show over there, like the pillowcase and everything. So if you want a deeper look at that, and if you want to spend more time with me one-on-one in the chat, it's easier for me over there. The chat is less busy, okay? So thank you for that, Elizabeth. I thought it was really good stuff too. And one of my favorite things that he bought that's actually in our Amazon Live after this too was the toilet seat covers. These are enormous. And I think a toilet seat cover should be enormous because you never know what kind of toilet seat you're going to be dealing with. And he did good. He found really cool things. And literally 100% of people said that he nailed it. So, yeah, I thought he did really well too. Where is my Amazon Live link for tonight, guys? I want to give you guys the link so we can go do our little after party. Sorry for the delay. I'm getting it. Here it comes. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about right now, Amazon Live is actually an interactive shopping experience on the Amazon platform, and it has a chat box just like this on YouTube where you can come hang out and chat with me over there. So come on over and say hi. We'll be I only need a few moments to change my microphone, and Mr. Cruz does a few computer things, and we're going to go live right away. So we'll see you guys over there. Now, I do have to tell you guys, you need to watch tomorrow's video on YouTube, and then you're going to find out why we won't be live streaming next Tuesday. So no live stream next Tuesday. Watch tomorrow's video, give it some love, and I will keep you guys posted. Got some big news coming out tomorrow. I'm very excited to tell you, but I can't share it yet. Have to wait till tomorrow. Awesome, you guys. Thanks for shopping with us. Thanks for hanging with us. Hope you've enjoyed some deals. Special thanks to all of you who came in early and kept me company in the pre-chat. I'll see you on Amazon Live in a few minutes. Bye.
Cruiser of the week.
Hey, click me to subscribe.